Hello, guys. Welcome back to the Blackout Tea channel. I hope you guys are having a blessed and wonderful day. It's my birthday. It's my birthday. I am up, so I am going to go ahead and get a video out there. Honey, let's talk about this Savannah Guthrie's mother being missing shenanigans. Do your girl a favor, thumbs up the video. Go ahead and throw a black heart inside of the comments for your girl's birthday today. Make sure that you guys have not subscribed. Do so. We would love to have you. Turn on those post notification bells so that you're way to where each and every time I do bring you videos. And hype up the video for me. Let's get into it, y'all. So let me tell y'all. I've been saying to myself, something don't sound right with this Savannah Guthrie's mother missing situation. And to be honest, I think is leading right back to the White House. Okay? Why? Let me let you know. Because Savannah Guthrie was the one that gave the girl Virginia a voice. Okay? Savannah did an interview with her. And then all of a sudden, Virginia ended up dead. You know what? Just like down in Edison, South Carolina, that judge about 3 months ago, her house blew up all of a sudden, right after the fact that she told the White House, no, y'all cannot have the voter records. Okay? Something fishy has been going on for a while. Everybody knows that Epstein has a lot to do with this shit. Those files that they are trying to do their damn hardest to not let out, to not get exposed. Those files hold a lot of politicians, a lot of powerful people, a lot of people with money that everybody is going to start side eyeing after all this shit is over. You understand what I'm saying? People are being exposed. Okay, it started in 2025 and the explosion is going to continue through 2026. Okay? I also have a young lady. I might do a video on that, but it's on Jay-Z. She actually predicted about, I think, 2024 that within 2 to 3 years Jay-Z would be going through some shit too. And boop boop, here we are. So I don't know, y'all. I might bring that. Let's go ahead and get into it because y'all know I don't hold you over here. But when I say the milk ain't clean, honey, we all know the damn milk ain't clean in this shit. Okay?
Good evening. I'm Corey Coffin. We're coming on the air with breaking news from Arizona. Our own Savannah Guthrie is out with a new video message directed toward whoever may have kidnapped her mother. Let's listen in.
We received your message and we understand. We beg you now to return our mother to us so that we can celebrate with her. This is the only way we will have peace. This is very valuable to us, and we will pay.
Now, police have been looking for Nancy Guthrie for more than a week now. She was last seen last Saturday, dropped off by family at her home in Tucson, Arizona. NBC News' Dana Griffin is on the ground in Tucson for us. And Dana, bring us up to speed on the latest in this investigation.
Yes, so Corey, the latest is last night we saw investigators return to Nancy Guthrie's home where they spent a lot of time collecting new potential evidence. There's video showing them on the roof, on the grounds, literally searching every inch of that property. Now, investigators have not revealed why they went back or if they found anything of significance, but it's important because it shows that this is still a very urgent and a very dire investigation. Investigators yesterday also confirmed a new message that was received, and they say that message was not necessarily a ransom note, but it detailed something that was critical for them to investigate. And so investigators are now trying to piece together the last movements. We heard from Circle K, one of the convenience stores in town. They put out a statement saying that investigators had come to one of their gas stations located on a road that is just maybe a few miles from Nancy Guthrie's home. We have not confirmed exactly which Circle K gas station, but the company said that they turned over surveillance video to investigators after they received a tip. Now, investigators say they have not identified a vehicle connected to this crime, nor have they identified a suspect or a person of interest. Tonight, a new message.
We received your message, and we understand. We beg you now to return our mother to us so that we can celebrate with her. This is the only way we will have peace. This is very valuable to us, and we will pay.
Nancy Guthrie's family pleading for her return nearly a week after she was reported missing. Authorities overnight back at Nancy Guthrie's Tucson home. Drone video showing FBI agents searching every inch of the property, disconnecting and removing a device from the roof, and climbing up a ladder into dense vegetation. A vehicle believed to be Nancy's towed away. As renewed activity shut down roads near her home, reaction from the highest levels of government. President Trump last night on Air Force One.
We have some clues, I think, that are very strong, and I think we could have some answers coming up fairly soon.
Investigators looking for potential clues in a second note sent to the same Tucson TV station that received a ransom note through their anonymous tip line earlier this week. What was your reaction?
I did not enjoy receiving that. I did not know that we were going to be the communication platform.
Authorities have not said what's in it, if it's connected to the first note, or if either is legitimate.
There is something in there that we believe they're trying to convey. This is the same people.
I see. We know this, something that only the family would know, I'm assuming.
Something like that.
The news director sharing the latest note was not a ransom demand and did not include proof of life. NBC News asked the Pima County Sheriff if Nancy's pacemaker could prove she's alive. He said it's not definitive.
It's a tool, but I don't know that it ever will tell you she's alive or not.
Can you consult with her doctor? Sometimes it can.
We've talked to doctors and we've talked to the pacemaker company, and all of those things are working. But my understanding is you could be deceased and that pacemaker still is working.
Now, the Guthries' agonizing wait continues for their mother.
All right, and Dana, what else did that local news director tell you?
Yeah, so this is Jessica Bobula. She is the news director for KOLD News. She told me that they received that first ransom note on Monday. They did send it to the sheriff's office immediately, but they did not put it out on the media until other stations started reporting it. And once the FBI confirmed that they had received it and that they were investigating, that's when they were willing to put that out. Now, that happened earlier this week. And then on Friday, they received a second note. Now, Jessica tells me that this came through their anonymous tip line. She says they are the only local affiliate in this market that can take email tips and you can be anonymous, but they can still track the IP addresses. Now, she went on to say that the IP addresses did not match. However, the person put in that note a detail to try to indicate that this was still the original sender of that original ransom note. They took it very seriously, obviously sent it to the investigators, and that's when we got that press release from the Pima County Sheriff's Office and the FBI saying that they are aware of a second note and that they are investigating. Now, investigators, again, at this hour have not identified a suspect nor a person of interest, but they have revealed just a timeline of how all of this unfolded. We know that Nancy Guthrie had dinner with her family Saturday evening. One of the family members at least returned her home around 9:48 p.m. and 4 hours later, around 1:47 in the morning, that's when her doorbell camera disconnects. Investigators say minutes later, about 25 minutes later, there was motion detected on that camera, but because this camera is not uploaded to the cloud, there's no subscription service, the video does not exist. And then about 15 minutes later, her Apple Watch disconnects from the pacemaker monitoring app. Now, we spoke with the investigator, our Liz Kreutz actually spoke with the Pima County Sheriff and asked, well, can you track the pacemaker? Can that tell you anything about proof of life? And he says, unfortunately, it's not definitive. So that's kind of a dead end when it comes to the pacemaker. Now, it's important to note that this is not over. There were two deadlines on the original ransom note, one for Thursday at 5 p.m., a second for Monday. As this new video comes out with Savannah once again sitting beside her siblings, saying and begging the alleged abductor to return their mother. This is the first time they are saying that they will publicly pay. This is the first time they have publicly said that they are willing to pay the ransom. The FBI said that decision would be solely up to the family and that they would not be involved in any sort of payment, which is customary. But this is a major new shift in this case. When that payment will be made, we have not received that detail, but the hope is that Nancy Guthrie will return home, despite it being several days without her life-saving medication. We know that she has mobility issues, she's got a heart condition, and that medicine is imperative. So investigators have said for several days that they are holding out hope and still believe that she is alive. Although they have not received proof of life, they also have not received evidence of anything else. So they believe that she is still out there, and this video may indicate that the Guthries also believe that she is still out there. Again, that video asking and begging the abductors to return their mother to them so that they can celebrate with her. And they go on to say, this is very valuable to us. We will pay. Corey?
And Dana, I found it interesting, Savannah's, the 7 key words from the very beginning of Savannah's message. We received your message and we understand. It does sound like there are details that they want to communicate further to whoever may have taken their mother, but cannot, possibly because of the very delicate nature of this situation. But it does sound like there might be details there they cannot convey as they delicately try to reach their mother. And this, just speaking about 2 messages that we have at least been able to speak with authorities about. But Dana, are authorities concerned in general about just the deluge of messages, tips, and other potential copycat notes from anybody else regarding Nancy Guthrie? And have they spoken to you about how they're able to discern what could be a legitimate tip or a legitimate message from a copycat?
Well, Corey, they have said they welcome every single tip, no matter how small. They say they investigate every single one. So while there probably may be a concern that there could be copycats, we obviously had a situation in Southern California where a guy texted Savannah's sister, Annie, and her husband demanding payment. They easily found that person. He was arraigned in court, and he could face some serious prison time for that hoax ransom note. But investigators say they want the tips, and they've encouraged the tips, not only here locally, but also the FBI, setting up their FBI tip line to receive those tips. So a lot of information has come in. They are investigating every single one. It seems like they have to do it not only here on the ground, but also in various offices around the country to vet every single one, because this has really been a major priority for them, Corey.
Okay, Dana Griffin for us live in Tucson. We appreciate it. We appreciate your reporting straight from the ground there all week. And we want to play that one more time, that plea from Savannah for you that just came out, that new video. Take a listen.
We received your message and we understand. We beg you now to return our mother to us so that we can celebrate with her. This is the only way we will have peace. This is very valuable to us, and we will pay.
If you have any information on Nancy's disappearance, please call the tip line on.
So, y'all, first of all, this sounds very personal. Second of all, the way these people are wanting these Bitcoins, honey, this is somebody that knows that once the money is transferred, they can possibly, get that shit in however form they need to. It sounds very sophisticated, okay? Just like a lot of these other cases, the one with Charlie Kirk, where they ain't even had nobody examine nothing. You really saw no blood over there at that damn crime scene, if there was a crime scene, because From what we've been told, they hadn't searched anything. I don't know if he ever even really showed up at somebody's hospital, honey. We don't know what's going on. All we know is these fucking people got a lot of money and they playing mob ties and mob games straight up out that White House. Okay, they are threatening people, and it seems like this is somebody that sort of wants revenge on the family. So let's get into this. Is actually right here. This is Savannah. Savannah interviewed Virginia. Virginia is the first person that brought up them Epstein and Epstein them fucking these children and shit. The shenanigans, all this shit with this Epstein, this is the two people that pretty much broke it. Savannah gave her a voice, and somebody killed Virginia just like they killed Epstein. Okay, if you go back and you start researching and paying attention to all this stuff is leading back to these people, and it's because a lot of them know that if things come out, they fear of losing their money. It's all about money in the first place to gain. But if people find out, that's a problem. And Bill Gates is going to be one of them that a lot of people going to find out. Everything that's been said about him is fucking right.
I'm pretty sure it was vodka. Prince Andrew was like, let's dance together. And I was like, okay. And we leave Club Tramp. And I hop in the car with Ghislaine and Jeffrey. And Ghislaine said he's coming back to the house. And I want you to do for him what you do for Epstein. I just couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe that even royalty were involved. I was so young. Ghislaine woke me up in the morning and said, you're going to meet a prince today. I didn't know at that point that I was going to be trafficked to that prince. And then that night, Prince Andrew came to her house in London, and we went out to Club Tramp. Prince Andrew got me alcohol. It was in the VIP section. I'm pretty sure it was vodka. Prince Andrew was like, let's dance together. And I was like, okay. And we leave Club Tramp. And I hop in the car with Ghislaine and Jeffrey. And Ghislaine said he's coming back to the house. And I want you to do for him what you do for Epstein.
Prince, you understand? Royalty is all incumbent in this thing as well. And this is why they don't want this shit to get out. Like Trump said, if he go down, a lot of fucking people going down. And he pointed out that he was like, a lot of y'all going down with me. Okay? Listen.
Right now. NBC executives knew in 2015 that if they actually released Savannah Guthrie's Dateline documentary on the survivors of Epstein called Reckoning, that there would be litigation and political fallout, and very specifically with Prince Andrew, who many of these allegations came from I would say, the most recognizable survivor of the Epstein crimes, who is Virginia Guthrie. And I want you to understand that Savannah gave a voice to Virginia so that she could actually make these allegations that were reaching into the highest levels of power. And this is where I really start to speculate. When we start to look at the psychology of a kidnapping, you can have someone who's focused on money and trying to extort resources out of a family or out of a woman like Nancy, or they could be targeting something different. The targeting could be strategic, symbolic, tactical, almost like someone's trying to reach an audience and get attention. And I could start to observe this pattern when I see that there was a ransom note with an active, valid Bitcoin account that was sent to multiple media agencies, as well as the family being harassed with menacing letters, specifically to Savannah. What if what we're witnessing right now isn't just an abduction, but it is a psychological weapon that is being used? What if in some way this is a type of institutional retaliation allegation against someone who helped speak out. Remember, I told you she was in the Epstein files. It very clearly shows that Savannah wasn't liked for sharing the voices of Epstein's survivors. So was this a lone actor that just had an ideological fixation? Maybe a perpetrator that decided to kidnap Nancy to try to hurt the family or gain money and gain notoriety? Is this a coordinated campaign against media? I want to remind you, there was another very vocal individual who spoke out against Epstein. His name was Chileee Kirk. He openly criticized the U.S. government for the handling of the Epstein files and all of the circumstances. My question is, what exactly are we witnessing? What's not being...
Child, I'm telling you. So, COVID, that C thing, because I don't know, about you too. Okay? So, documents from the United States Department of Justice, Epstein files, reportedly include draft emails from 2017 that reference discussions about the pandemic stimulation related topics addressed to Bill Gates. See, Bill Gates like to play like he wants to be God so fucking bad. Somebody that he'll never be able to be. Jesus, you will never hit that height, Bill. Okay? You won't. You just won't. And he is one that likes to play up when it comes down to lives. And we all know his money is tied to a lot of different things. A lot of different things that people really should be eye-siding him for a long time ago. Okay?
It's a conspiracy theory. And that I'm crazy. I'm the crazy one. Candace is crazy. I'm not Candace. She's powerful. But all of us who understand its interconnectivity. It's a prison planet. Candace Owens is revealing to you right now and the world, and that's why they're going to kill her like they killed Chileee Kirk. She's revealing the underlying who makes the policies. Who makes the policies? The Zionist organizations, Sam Altman, Zuckerberg, Bezos, Larry Ellison, Larry Fink, BlackRock, Mertz. Mertz is Mr. BlackRock. Macron. They're all part of it. It's not a conspiracy theory, but they want you to think it's a conspiracy theory and that I'm crazy. I'm the crazy one. Candace is crazy. I'm not Candace. She's powerful. But all of us who understand its interconnectivity.
Just like The Simpsons, y'all. I'm telling y'all, The Simpsons creator is in the fucking Epstein files. All this time, people's thinking, oh, The Simpsons, they fucking... No. They're acting. They're actually in the files. These politicians are moving. They are trying to make money on top of money on top of money. Understand that. And at the end of the day, they're strategizing. They're coming up with things. And at the same time, they're ruining the fucking world. They're ruining everything.
Global pandemic to see how each organization...
They make the policies. If you look at healthcare, they'll probably, most of those fucking owners are all throughout the whole healthcare. The whole healthcare problem. They're getting money off of some type of tab within the healthcare. Child. Okay. And medication, baby.
Organization should react, like how to counter the anti-vaxxers and the spread of misinformation. That was sponsored by Bill Gates, by the way. And in early 2020, the COVID-19 pandemic happened, one of the biggest scams in modern history. Now, we know that Bill Gates and Epstein were close because in another email, Gates is asking Epstein to give him antibiotics to slip to his then-wife Melinda because he may have given her STDs that he caught on Epstein Island.
Apparently, Jeffrey wrote an email to himself.
What? And then they gave that guy the mandate to push vaccines on all of us. And to add insult to injury, we the people have to watch his ass walk freely and lecture us on climate change at the World Economic Forum. Now, this is not a moment for us to tell the people who didn't believe us, I told you so. It's a moment for all of us to come together and push back against these evil, deceptive, miserable rats.
I'm telling you, they're getting to be ridiculous. And they're now out here doing it in everybody's face. Nobody's doing anything about it, or they don't have the power to do so. They've also used the military. That should have been, you cannot, I feel like in this case, when it's around Savannah's mom, they cannot trust the people that's even searching for her, meaning the FBI. I'm going to be honest with y'all. At this point right now, the way those people are lined up to follow their leader, that's exactly what they're doing. Okay? We're experiencing ships. We go to bed at night and we don't know what the fuck going on. When we wake up in the morning, child, America got all type of shit going on. We sleeping and this motherfucker up all night just tantalizing everybody. But here is Pam Bundy, honey, getting catch saying shit about those files and why it was taking so long to go through them because so many kids was on these videos. These people are sick. They are sick.
The Epstein files are going to get released? We hope soon. The FBI's been. Okay. So. Any dates? No, you know what it is? There are tons and thousands of videos. Yeah. And it's all with little kids. So they have to go through every one. The Epstein files are going to get released? We hope soon. The FBI's been. Okay. So. Any dates? No, you know what it is? There are tons and thousands of videos. Yeah. And
tens of thousands of videos of little kids. You understand this? And Patel ain't been going through shit from the time he hit the White House with the mob that he's attached to. You understand? They are not trying to allude to anything. And they will try to cover it up, cover it up, cover it up. And this is why they continuously try to attract children and teens.
Did you see that video that came out 2 or 3 days ago, Art? Donald Trump was at a podium. He was at a podium with a bunch of Zionists. And the Zionists, I think he put his hand around President Trump and he said, he is the first Jewish president. And Donald Trump, I found it on the internet, Art, this is recent. This is only a day or two. He put his arm around Trump and he said, this is the first Jewish president. And Donald Trump's eyes got really wide because I don't think he expected that to be said about him. And you can see he did not want to agree with it, but he had no choice. And then right after the Zionists said, this is the first Jewish president, Donald Trump said, you're right, I am. When have you ever known anybody to bully Donald Trump into saying something he don't want to say?
Now, I'm going to pause that right there. This is the guy that Candace said that Charlie Kirk had that meeting with. Okay? This is the guy over there in France, I believe, or Israel, one of them goddamn places. This is him right here, honey. Okay? That Candace said the money. See, and this is why he had to eat. He had to eat his shit. Because that is true. When do y'all know him to get anybody to bully him to say any goddamn thing? Not this orange thing here. Not this orange thing here. He had to agree because when the Jewish president said that, money was on the line. Billions was on the line. So he didn't have no choice but to get in fucking line.
Say, Art, when have you ever seen Donald Trump get bullied into saying something he didn't want to say? He did the other day. I'm telling you, Jeffrey Epstein was a Mossad agent, and his assignment was to entrap every high-ranking politician and businessman and entertainer in America entrap them, and through blackmail, we will coerce them to do whatever we want them to do, or they will be exposed and imprisoned. Did you see that video that came?
Protect the Epstein files because it'll hurt my friends. This may be the smoking gun, and it's the reason why I have to use the word allegedly. A friend of mine, former FBI, has sent me a group of files. This includes first-person eyewitness accounts and audio of a snuff ring. Snuff ring where they take somebody out after they've had their way with them, typically a little girl. The parties named include Donald Trump, Jim Jordan, Lindsey Graham, Andy Biggs, and others. The House Oversight Committee has this, and it's been shared worldwide with several other safe parties. But it explains a lot. It explains why Donald Trump said, you have to protect the Epstein files because it'll hurt my friends. This may be the smoking gun, and it's the reason why I have to use the word allegedly.
So everything in this video is allegedly, y'all. But I'm telling y'all, when I say they got some shit going on,
столетиями набивать брюхо человеческой плотью, а карманы деньгами. Но они должны понять, что бал вампиров заканчивается.
Child, Putin is over here saying that they've been eating the kids' flesh for years and using it for money. When I say this shit gets deeper,
and the kids
than we know,
were not always enthusiastic about the food that
it gets deeper.
they were being served. So they were always trying to call for pizzas. And you can't order a pizza to the White House.
Would love you to come over for pizza, bud. How was the pizza? Was it good? Oh, did he make it himself? Mom's pizza was better than
Erica Kirk's ex-boyfriend has a pizza marking at the bottom of his goddamn lip. Woo! So y'all know they want the Clintons. They want the Clintons, honey, to go ahead and testify. So Bill said, goddamn, if I'm going to testify, I ain't testifying in front of everybody. I want everybody there if I'm going to testify, because I done told y'all over and over again to leave me alone about them motherfucking Epstein files. My name ain't that deep. Whatever y'all got on me, go ahead and fucking display it. You done did Monaghan. Y'all done goddamn impeach me, but y'all can't impeach that orange piece of shit. Are you serious? So that's what Bo was going through, honey. And Bo and Hillary said if we gonna testify, it's gonna be in front of the people. Every goddamn body. We can't trust y'all.
Y'all want the truth? Let's have it public. Matter of fact, let go every goddamn Epstein file in the world. Epstein dentistry, Epstein surgery records. I don't give a damn if it got the name Epstein on it. Let it go. Bill Clinton said he ain't telling nobody nothing unless it's public. He said he want the whole world to know. Said I done told y'all what I know. I done signed the affidavit. Now y'all want me to come in and tell secrets behind closed doors so it can be redacted. No more redacted. Only thing that I'm gonna have a dactyl in is a pterodactyl, and them is extinct. Damn, Bill. Bill said it's over with, and he coming to the front, and he gonna tell everything he know. He's sick of all of this now. And he said after this, he going back in hiding, and he's staying away from all y'all asses. Because every time he got to be the sacrificial lamb for all you skanks. Now, Bill Clinton has said what he said, and I agree. I ain't going to be mad. Hey, Bill, listen, at least you tell us the truth now. Sidebar, Monica, last name Lewinsky. Your services might be needed after this. You might get invoiced. Okay? Because Bill might need a little decompression after this. You know your role. I'm just here to bring y'all the news.
All right, y'all. So if you want to buy your girl a coffee, my Cash App will be down in the description. Leave your girl a message. I will see you guys soon, and thanks for watching.
And down to the magic bullet that supposedly 30-06 or whatever the heck it was or whatever that was stopped by Superman's bones. The exact, the patsy, all of it is JFK.
Do you think the guy that they're saying that shot him, which doesn't seem to be believable.
You mean the guy that went to college for a month at a CIA school whose parents were in the government did something that what? No, I don't.
So is he going to go down?
I believe it as much as I believe that a bullet whizzed past the president's ear.
Yeah, I know. Do you think that he's going to go down for the crime?
I think he will not make it to trial. There's no death certificate. There's no ballistics report. There was no crime scene investigation. There were no paramedics. There were no police swarming it right after. There was a plane that left 30 minutes right after that was 20 minutes away from the venue. There was a funeral held 11 days after in a stadium that was or wasn't booked 4 months before. That was booked in 11 days and put together with pyrotechnics and WWE-style showmanship. You have a shooter that left the screwdriver on the roof, changed 3 times or 2 times, and left the rifle, assembled the rifle, disassembled the rifle in 6 seconds. Then they found the rifle on Palantir property. Somehow he reassembled the rifle without the screwdriver that he left on the thing. Just all of it. None of it makes sense.
So and this is the JFK same all over again.
It's the exact same pattern down to the magic bullet that supposedly 30-06 or whatever the heck it was or whatever that was stopped by Superman's bones. The exact, the patsy, all of it is JFK.
Do you think the guy that they're saying?
So yeah, y'all, I'm telling y'all, it gets deeper.
We've been doing this for thousands of years, since down to Adam's time. We take the children of our enemy, which